So in last night's video, I made it very clear if you are seeing the SPY maintaining above 553, if you are seeing a break above 554, you're going to want to buy call options if you're getting a 30-minute confirmation to be buying those calls towards the levels, because we're going to spike to 557. And then if we break above that, the next level is 560. We did end up getting several bullish confirmations at the 554 breakout level. I encourage you to go back and watch last night's video to understand why that was such a significant level. In terms of this video, I'm going to be walking you through the new updated market price action analysis, the new levels, along with recapping the overall market's price action and recapping the trades that we ended up making. We went 4 for 4 today. The best trade that I ended up making on the day was 10 minutes into the close. These SPX calls that I bought towards the exact lows went up nearly 2,000%. I'm going to break everything down step by step. Let's get into the unique price action analysis. So in terms of this video, I'm going to show you how to open up your third eye to understand the significance of the 554 level. Make sure you go back, watch the previous video. So it was very clear that if we get a break above this 554, you can see right here, if you go back to the previous day, right here on August 16th, on Friday, we had a lot of resistance at 554 to 554.60. You have resistance here for nearly 2 hours straight. So what did the SPY do this morning? The SPY had a gap up. It ended up opening higher than the previous closing price. So it's going to try to attempt to have a gap and go. It's going to try to attempt to potentially reverse if it fills the gap. So in terms of the first bullish confirmation on the day, it was this. The SPY had a break above the key 554 breakout level. In terms of Team Roar, we made it very clear on the morning game plan to buy the dips above 554.19. All of the dip buying levels in the game plan ended up working out flawlessly. With that being said, you can see right here, we got a lot of resistance on the 30-minute chart for 2 hours straight towards this 554.50 level. So in terms of your bullish confirmations, the SPY had a gap up above the previous resistance. That means that it's going to try to have a gap and go. In terms of a 30-minute bullish closing confirmation, the SPY formed a floor above the previous 2 hours of resistance from Friday towards this 554.50 level. And it was green and bullish, and it's going to try to retest the high of this wick at 555.50. You got a new higher floor above the previous resistance. So that is a break above resistance, a gap and go above the resistance to retest that previous resistance, break and retest to then be confirmed bullish to try to spike back to the high of this wick. So in terms of your confirmation to be buying call options, you should have been in on call options on the opening of this 30-minute candle at 10 a.m. That's one confirmation right there. There was a second confirmation to be buying call options. The second confirmation was a gap close reversal. The SPY had a gap that was waiting to fill below at 554.31. Once this 30-minute candlestick ended up closing, this is a green bullish pin closing not only above the gap, you got a very strong wick above the gap here, but it's closing above the previous 30 minutes, which is very bullish. It's maintaining that higher floor. It's now reversing at the gap. It's going to continue to run to not only retest the high of this wick, but to continue to spike higher. So if you put everything together, you have a gap up above previous resistance. That's a gap and go attempt. You have a break and retest. It breaks above resistance. It retests. The 30-minute candlestick closes green and bullish. Now it's going to try to retest the high of this wick. Then you have a drop back towards the previous resistance, which is completely normal. It's going to try to reverse at the gap. You have a 30-minute bullish confirmation, reversal of the gap. In terms of more bullish confirmations for a continued run, I made it very clear that 557 was the next resistance level. The SPY topped out exactly at the next resistance level. Remember, we went back throughout the daily chart and we had identified if we break above 554, the next resistance level is going to be right here, 557. And remember I told you we break above 557 with bullish confirmations, the next resistance level we're going to is 560. With that being said, was there a bullish confirmation to continue to buy calls? Yes, there was. This right here is a bullish confirmation. I ended up buying calls into this. This red trend reversal candlestick is very bullish, and it's forming higher floors, higher support, higher bottom wicks above previous resistance. You got previous resistance right here at 555.50. These high wicks are resistance. These bottom wicks are support. Was there more bullish confirmations to be buying calls? 557 was key resistance. We are breaking above key resistance. Green, red, green. The new floor is above the previous resistance 557 level. If you're not buying call options on the opening of this 30-minute candlestick, you are not implementing what it is that I'm teaching you, man. Everything I'm teaching you is printing at the speed of fucking light. I told you, I got multi-millionaires implementing what it is that I'm teaching. They are banking, man. We're buying cheap, low-risk, far out of the money option contracts, selling deep in the money, print at the speed of fucking light. With these strategies, losing is a personal choice, man. You should be winning non-fucking stop. Watch every single video I posted throughout the past weeks. It's the same patterns. It's the same strategies. We combine everything. All these patterns, we stack them, man. We dissect the fucking chart and we print at the speed of fucking light. It is non-stop winning, man. I just showed you several confirmations to be bullish, to be buying call options with all of the levels that I gave you in last night's video. So you tell me, man. If your third eye's open, if you had the levels, you had the game plan, you were patient, and you waited for the 30-minute confirmations, you waited the 30-minute patterns, how the fuck is losing not a choice with all this information that I'm providing you? So, let's get into the trades. We're going to get into the trades, then I'm going to save the new levels towards the end of this video. In terms of the trades, man, we went 4 for 4 on the day. So in terms of the first trade, this is a swing trade. We're not going to count this one. Normally we don't swing trade, but this was a swing trade on Tesla calls. Not going to be going over that. In terms of the rest of the trades, right here, let's buy 557 calls for 39 cents at 9:40 a.m. We bought these calls at 39 cents. They ended up closing at 263 fucking cents. We are printing at the speed of fucking light every single day, man. So in terms of this particular trade, we ended up getting profit stopped out at 63 cents a contract. In the mid-60s, we got stopped out on that particular trade. That was a phenomenal win. Everything it is that we're doing is alerted 100% in real time. Now, in terms of the second trade, 9:45 a.m. Let's buy 240 Tesla calls at 70 cents. We ended up getting profit stopped out at 102 cents. Every single morning inside of Team Roar has been green. All of the fucking trades have been green, non-stop. We have a 90% plus win rate doing this at the speed of light. We're buying cheap, far out of the money option contracts, man. Who do you know is buying cheap, far out of the money option contracts, selling deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains, going 3 to 5 strikes out with a 90% plus win rate, man? All fucking day we print. At the morning, middle of the day, power hour, it is non-stop winning over here, man. So everything's documented in real time in terms of all the plays. You can see everything is here written in stone. Those were the overall 2 wins, man. Now, I'm going to walk you through the trades that I ended up making. And in terms of when we exit, you have the trade recap. You have the trade breakdown right here in real time. So that was the trades that were made inside of Team Roar. I'm going to break down my personal trades that I made inside of Team Roar. Let's get straight into this. So in terms of the overall trades, the first one was on these SPY calls, man. Right here at 12:50 p.m., I ended up buying 558 SPY calls. They were only 27 cents a contract. So in terms of the main reason for buying call options, I had explained to you that I saw a very bullish trend reversal candlestick on the 30-minute chart. My experience with this overall bullish candlestick, this is like a red trend reversal candlestick. This is very bullish. You can see right here your previous resistance at 555.50, and it was maintaining a very nice break above that resistance. So since the overall trend's bullish, it's going to try to turn that previous resistance at 555.50 into support, into support, into support. So once this 30-minute candlestick was beginning to close like this, I was buying call options into that. You can see right here, I ended up getting in towards 12:50 p.m. So in terms of the main reasons, I got in right here on that particular trade, right as this candlestick was closing. So this right here, like I said, the reason why I got in, previous resistance right here is reacting as support, bottom wicks, bottom wicks, bottom wicks. This red candlestick right here tends to be a bullish trend reversal candlestick, and it was forming above this previous resistance. Then this is what I had noticed. So I bought those call options into the closing of this candlestick right here, right? So if you go to 12:50 p.m., I bought these call options into the closing of this 30-minute candlestick right here, this green one, this breakout. Why? It was breaking above resistance, which is very bullish. I'm well aware if we go above 557, the next level is 560. I had all the reasons to be bullish. New higher floor, held up for 2 hours. This trend reversal candlestick right here tends to have a very strong lasting bullish uptrend in my experience. When it's trending up sideways like that, it has to appear a certain way. And it's breaking out. It's forming new higher support. And then in terms of updates on that trade, you had the green, red, green pattern. You had the green, red, green. This closing green candle right here is a confirmation to buy or to add into call options. I did end up adding into call options when that began to open up green, in particular bullish, man. So in terms of that particular trade, you can see right here at 2 p.m., I'm adding at 31 cents. I'm in at 27 cents. I ended up selling for a small one at 15%. But those fucking calls, man, I should have just been patient and let it ride. I just didn't like how the price action was trading out. It could be extremely choppy and a lot tougher to trade. You're going to have to hold a lot longer when you're trading during the middle of the day. That's why my personal preference is always those quick, fast, volatile trades. I do those best during the power hour trading session. But those call options that I ended up buying, and the game plan worked out so fucking flawless. I just didn't sell. I just sold for a much smaller win. But man, when it finally fucking happened, they went straight to 70 cents. And then into the close, they went to 160 cents. And we were in at 27 cents. We had many members hold that trade for a big win because that's what we tend to do inside of Team Roar. We tend to hold for the massive fucking wins, and we do not use stop losses, man. So we had many members bank on that overall play. I made it very clear what I was seeing at 2:13 p.m. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of people held as well. I broke down the analysis. The previous resistance at 557 is holding for 2 hours. We had a break above 557. There's a new floor for 2 hours. And then I made it very clear, if you compare the patterns from 11:30 to 12 p.m., those 30-minute candlesticks are identical to 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. This is another reason why I was bullish as well. If you look at the overall 30-minute chart, you're going to see that this pattern was nearly identical, man. So if we go back to this 11:30 a.m., you're going to see right here, we go back to 11:30 a.m. right here, compare this red candlestick to this red candlestick right here, and then compare this green candlestick to this green candlestick right here. Okay, that's a similar trend. What happens? Breakout next 30 minutes, breakout next 30 minutes. Then you had a higher floor, green, red, green, great confirmations. We stack everything. Made it very clear, green, red, green, bullish pattern above the floor. Who do you know is teaching you the green, red, green pattern on the 30-minute chart? Do you realize if you look at the fucking 30-day, 30-minute chart on SPY, this strategy works every single time. It's on a bullish uptrend, it breaks above a resistance channel, and then a green, red, green pattern forms, and the floor is above the previous break and retest. The retest is the new floor of the break. It continues to run, it continues to spike, man. We alert. Everything it is that we're doing in 100% real fucking time, man. So I was adding into the low 20 cents, 26 range, and then like I said, man, I sold for a small win at 15%, man. As soon as I got out, those fucking contracts spiked like crazy. But we had many members hold and kill it, man, because they're well aware in Team Roar, you're supposed to hold for the massive fucking wins. And in terms of the losses, we just let them expire fucking worthless. I just wasn't liking the overall price action, but you got to have faith in the overall trades. But I came back very, very strong after that small win, and I alerted SPX calls towards the exact lows. Look at this trade. This was the next trade that I ended up making on the day. So 5,600 SPX calls at 90 cents. At the opening of the last 30-minute candlestick, I bought these SPX calls. Why did I decide to buy SPX calls at the opening of the last 30 minutes, right? So if you take a look at the overall chart on SPY, this was the bullish pattern that I was seeing. And like I had explained to you, if the trend maintains bullish above 557, the next level is 560. So I'm saying to myself, this is all the reasons to go bullish. It keeps on forming higher floors. You have a green, red, green pattern. It breaks above resistance. It keeps forming bottom wicks above the previous resistance. And it's not breaking out that much. It's only going to 558. My daily chart showed it's supposed to go to 560. Where's the big move? The big moves are during power hour. I have a 30-minute trading strategy I can use on the last 30-minute candlestick when all these contracts that are designed to expire worthless, right? I could buy them far out of the money, sell them deep in the money. If I can get a 30-minute big move in my favor, man, you're going to see the most volatile moves within the market are going to happen in the last 30 minutes. When the contracts that we buy are designed to go fucking worthless, well, we're fucking special. We sell them in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market with a 90% plus win rate doing this. So with that being said, one of the reasons why was we had a break above resistance. 557.50 was the new resistance, green, red, green pattern, bullish continuation. We kept breaking out. We kept forming higher support. but the breakouts were not massive. For a 90-minute uptrend, only from 557.50 to 558.50, that's not such a massive move, man. Where's the big move? They save it till the end. You see, they're burning the fucking premiums. They're burning the contracts. They're making them expire fucking worthless. And then that massive move, that predictable volatile time, 3:30 to 4 p.m., 3:45 to 4 p.m., 3:50 to 4 p.m., 3:55 to 4 p.m. I'm giving you the golden fucking times where these massive moves are going to occur, where you can make the biggest percentage gains in the market, man. So that was some of the main reasons. We had the break above the resistance. We had previous resistance react to support on the retest. It didn't break out that strong. And if you looked at the daily chart, the next level we're supposed to go to is 560. So when push comes to fucking show, that big breakout is gonna come into the close, man. They're saving it till the very end. The contracts are going fucking worthless. The massive move we're looking for happens right before close. For the most lucrative trading opportunity, you can catch these trends. Be the very last person to capture these trends. Last 30 minutes, you make the biggest percentage gains in the market with the lowest fucking risk. Imagine risking $100 to make $800 at the speed of fucking light. Next resistance level is right here at 560.50 on the daily when we break above 557, right? Now, in terms of another reason to be bullish, look at this pattern. It's the same pattern at this morning. 554 was a key breakout level. The new key breakout level, previous resistance right here, 557.50. Look at this. You have this green candlestick pointing to the downside, right? So we're just going to compare these 30-minute candlesticks. Very similar. Green candlestick pointing to the downside. Green candlestick pointing to the downside. The floor is above previous resistance. The floor is above previous resistance, right? And then you have this green bullish candlestick to the upside. And then you have this green bullish candlestick to the upside. Okay, what happens next 30 minutes? Next 30 minutes, it barely drops below the previous 30-minute closing, and it has a strong bullish close. I am not only showing you how to escape the matrix, I am showing you how to break the fucking matrix. And that's what we do inside of Team Roar. We win non-stop, man. I'm telling you, we got an offer on the table with the information we have, with the trades that we make. We got an offer on the table, man. For anyone who knows, $10,000 wired to your personal fucking bank account. Who consistently alerts deep out of the money options that go in the money 90% of the time? I'm talking 3 to 5 points out. That fucking far out of the money, and we're winning 90% of the time buying that far out, selling deep in the money. Do you realize most people who do this, when they buy their contracts, they never go in the money and they just expire fucking worthless? Over here, we do the complete fucking opposite. We don't use stop loss. When we have a dead play that drops 50%, 70% of the time, it comes back to life, it goes in the fucking money. We're winning 90% of the time doing this, man. Who the fuck do you know is doing that? Throw a single fucking name. We can't find a single private organization out there that is doing that with the highest win rate in the fucking game, man. So with that being said, that was the reason for buying call options at the direct open, man. I'm showing you how to open up your third eye. I'm showing you we capture all these trends in real fucking time. I'm literally creating the fucking trend. We have this 30-minute system on SPX, man. We literally know what the next 30-minute candlestick is going to do. Is it going to close bullish? Is it going to close bearish? Okay, which contracts are we going to buy that are the furthest out of the money, where we're going to sell in the money, right? You got to be able to measure the overall move of the overall market. So in terms of these SPX calls, man, look at this. Let me just give you some perspective, man. Who the fuck do you know is teaching you this information and giving you this, man? Look at this. We got in those SPX calls at the opening of the 30-minute candle, which is fucking crazy. Towards the exact lows at the direct open, I rarely do that. I'll usually go with SPY. They tend to be a lot cheaper, but in this situation, I had dissected the market. I dissected the overall chart. I dissected the overall trade, and I said, dude, these are only $100 a contract. We're risking $100 on one fucking contract to potentially make $788 a contract. SPX was at 5,993 when we bought these calls, right fucking here. It was at the same fucking price we bought them for. They dropped 50% because they're getting ready to expire fucking worthless. They were 7 points out of the money 10 minutes into the close. I averaged my cost down. I added at 50 cents. I'm going to walk you through this and the reason for adding as well. It had to do with the 1-minute chart, but just simply understanding the strong bullish close. The bullish move has to happen. They always tend to wait till the very end, right? So in terms of that particular trade, I ended up adding at 45 cents towards the exact lows. Those contracts literally bottomed at 30 cents a contract. I added the exact lows. I'm going to walk you through this. So in terms of the overall ad, as you can see right here, we ended up adding right here at 45 cents a contract. This was such a bullish confirmation if you just looked at the overall chart, man. But this is where we added at the exact fucking lows. And keep in mind, SPX was at 5993. It was at the exact same price it was here. But, you know, they're getting ready to acquire fucking worthless. They're still 7 points out of money. Then we had a massive move. You understand how fucking big this spiked? These went from 30 cents to 780, right? In 10 minutes. They closed 8 points in the fucking money, man. Look at SPX. All the bullish confirmations to add right here. So in terms of 9:50 a.m., man, it just kept on holding up. Previous resistance right here towards this 5993 level kept on reacting as support, reacting as support, reacting as support. Bullish pins right here, all confirmations to be adding, man. And then look at this fucking move. This went from 5992 to 5607. The strike we had was 5600. It closed 8 points in the fucking money, man. And stuff like this, moves like this with the 1000% gains, this went from 30 to fucking 780 on the contracts. Moves like this tend to happen twice a week on average. That's what you can expect. Massive moves like that during the power hour trading session, twice a week on average. Man, if you're holding the fucking morning plays and you can move your profit stops, those tend to happen very frequently as well, man. But that was a phenomenal fucking trade, man. SPX and SPY gave it all away in terms of the strong fucking close. The 1 minute chart was very simple. You had all this resistance right here at 558. Break above resistance, bottom wicks, bottom wicks, bottom wicks, bottom wicks. It keeps on turning this previous resistance right here into higher support as it's breaking out. It's bound, it's destined to close fucking strong, man. Such a great reason in terms of it finally being able to go 560. I told you, they wait till the very fucking end. You have to hold these fucking contracts. So in terms of the overall game plan for tomorrow, this is what I have to say for now. We are at make or break resistance. This is what I want you to understand. This is going to be the key overall zone. 560.51 is going to be a resistance level. 560.51 is going to be your resistance. 559.60 is overall make or break support. That's your overall zone. For a breakout, once we break above 560.51 and you're seeing bullish 30-minute confirmations, it is going to explode up to fill the gaps. The next gap is waiting to fill above at 561.60. If we can break above that, form bullish 30-minute confirmations, the next gap is at 564.80. And again, if you're seeing bearish flips, bearish, 30-minute confirmations, bearish patterns at those levels, then it drops back to the next level. It's as simple as that. So we're at a make or break gap breakout level. SPY ended up gapping down. You take the high of day, 560.64, breaks above that, reacts to support, bullish patterns, it's going to explode up to fill the gap towards this 562. Break above that, react bullish, it's going to fill the gap at 564.80. Now, in terms of potential levels, where I am interested in terms of resistance, a buy and put options, if we're getting those bearish confirmations, again, you need strong bearish patterns, strong bearish 30-minute confirmations within this overall market when you are buying put options, man. It's so simple to make money within this bull market if you're using the right strategies, buying the dips at key fucking levels with the patterns, man. So I'm keeping an eye on 562 for a potential trade on puts, but the best level possible for puts is at 564.90. Use the levels, use the strategies that I've been teaching you, implement the third eye that I've been trying to give to you, right? Make money at these overall levels. So we're at a make or break gap breakout level. A gap breakout simply means that SPY gap down, a stock gaps down. You take the high of day when it closes, and then you can see once it breaks above this resistance, there is no resistance. It's fucking thin air, right? It gapped down. So it's going to try to explode up to fill this gap, going to try to explode to fill this gap. The higher gap at all-time highs is a great level to be trying put options. If you're seeing a red bearish 30-minute, red bearish daily candlestick right before the market's closing, a red daily trend reversal candlestick as the market's closing at one of these levels, 562 to 565, that could be a confirmation to try to swing trade puts for a nice little drop there. Now, with that being said, in terms of the overall other levels, right? So you're well aware of 559.50 to 560.50. This is your like make or break level. For a true bearish flip, what needs to occur is we really need to go under 557.50. We go under 557.50, we're going to start to see a bearish flip. You can even say in a sense that it's a zone. 558 to 557.50. If we're going under that zone, it's going to start to flip bearish. We're going to start to drop back down towards 556. Next level under that is towards 554. Go back and watch the previous videos to understand the levels before that. Those are going to be phenomenal levels. You guys are well aware. 551, that cracks. We go to 549, that cracks. massive crash to 544 to 543.50. Gap close reversal at that level. Make sure you go back and watch that previous video because it's going to prepare you for the future. Set the price alerts. Use the strategies. This is the only channel that not only gives you levels, but teaches you the strategies to use at the levels for you to be self-sufficient and consistently make money. And then for those of you who are ready to join the fucking big leads, it's the first link down below within the description. You want to gain access to a real-time zero-date options trading alert system that has a 90% plus win rate. We're printing at the speed of fucking light. Just to give you some background in terms of the options trading alert system that we have. You start positions light, so it's not going to affect your overall account. You're going to want to use a cash account so you can make many trades on the overall day, and we're not taking big risk on the overall trades. In terms of how we increase our winnings in a safe ways, when we win, we tend to win big. So if we're getting a small move in our favor, 15%, 20% could be a massive winner. We like to add to winners. That's what we like to focus on, is adding to winners. So on an 8 to 10 cent pump on these low risk far out of the money option contracts, we like to add to winners. Then to protect our winnings, so we don't go green to red, we set profit stops. Understand? We're setting profit stops to not only to secure our gains to prevent us from going green to red, but to also continue to protect our added winnings. And then we continue to move and raise the profit stop up so you don't have a massive drawdown, right? So once we set that profit stop, after we add to our fucking winners, typically, we move the profit stop up to protect ourselves from a massive drawdown. Because when you're adding to a winner, you do not want a massive drawdown. Even if you're maintaining green to red, you want to keep on moving the profit stop up so you're protecting your overall average, not just your first original entry. That is some of the basics to the overall trade alert system. So you get access to the real-time options trading alerts, right? You get access on terms of where to set the profit stops, the real-time market analysis, commentary, and where we sell, and also, where we get profit stopped out. In terms of a trade where we set profit stops, we don't even need to alert in real time to sell. If we set the profit stops and we tell you exactly where we set the profit stops, then you'll be stopped out for fucking profits, right? But if we're just selling on a particular trade and we're not setting a profit stop, then we'll tell you exactly where it is that we're selling, man. So we got a real-time options trading alert system. We got a 90% win rate. And like I told you, the offer is on the table. And with that being said, man, we have many members that are printing 90% at the speed of fucking light, man. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the numbers right now. Only 10% of the people who've joined Team Roar are choosing to cancel. 90% are staying because we are consistently making other people money. The education here is phenomenal. The trades here are phenomenal. So with that being said, man, in terms of the overall winnings, man, we got members absolutely crushing it. If you go to the profit section, you're going to see we got the same members coming back, consistently making money within the market. I'm telling you here, man, losing here is a personal choice. And if you're applying everything it is that I'm teaching you with my levels, you should be winning non-fucking stop here, man. Put some self-sufficiency and hold some accountability to your trading. Take some discipline within your trading, man. I'm telling you, if you use my stuff, you should not have a problem going green on the overall day. If you would applied what I gave you at the levels, losing was genuinely a personal choice on the overall day, man. If you applied what I teach you with my levels, I genuinely don't understand how anyone could have went red on the fucking day, man, and just manage your risk. If you are green on the day and you hit a decent percentage on your account, on your goal, maybe you want 1%, maybe you want 2% on your account, right? Don't go green to red. At the most, risk half. If your account is that small where you can't afford to take that risk and you're going to go green to red, don't take that fucking trade, man. So start light, but size big enough where it actually counts, where at least you're making 1% or 2% of your account on that overall trade, right? So in this group, we don't use stop losses. Our max risk per trade, just as any trader, they use a max risk per trade. Well, the contracts are so fucking cheap. Our max risk per trade is everything we're putting into the fucking contracts, right? So in terms of that situation, if they expire fucking worthless, we lose our max risk per trade, just as any other trader, except other traders, their max risk per trade is at a stop loss. And we have the entire fucking day for these far out of the money option contracts to go in the money. And the market is on fucking fire. The moves are volatile as fuck. A big move, a massive move is gonna fucking happen, man. And we tend to be right 90% of the plus the fucking time. So the trend's gonna work in our favor and the contracts are going to go in the fucking money, man. Do you understand? These SPX fucking calls, I was in at 100 a contract. I held for 20 fucking minutes. They dropped 50%. I didn't sweat a fucking bullet. I said, dude, there's a bullish confirmation here. This has to break out. I'm adding. I typically don't add to losers, but they were only 50 fucking cents and there was a bullish confirmation. I added to the fucking trade, got my average to 70. It went to fucking 780. 70 to 780. That's a 10x in fucking 10 minutes, man. So I'm telling you, we truly do have an amazing community with inside of Team Roar. And I can assure you, man, we have many members that are printing at the speed of fucking light, man. The results I've been seeing lately are truly incredible. We just had a member who just joined. They made $1,300, man. And then we had another member who recently joined. They made $8,000. We had a member recently join. I'm not sure how much their account is up for the week. They said they added money, so it's not exactly 20,000%, but they're up a very big percentage on their overall account. For those of you who are using Robinhood, I would encourage you to switch brokers so you can trade SPX. But with that being said, man, you know, we have many members that are absolutely crushing it. We had another member, their account is up 500% this week, man. Absolutely killing it. $170 to $1,100. I'm telling you, we are absolutely crushing it. So for those of you who are serious about continuing to crushing it, non-fucking stop, it is the first link down below within the description. I am telling you, we are absolutely on fire heading into this week. The market's extremely volatile. We are approaching the best setups at the best fucking prices towards this 561 to 565. This is the best time possible to join. You're going to see twice a week, there's going to be opportunities like this, and we will capture these trends in real time, man. We have the strategy. We have the knowledge. We capture these trends in real fucking time. And in these videos, I teach you how it is that we're able to do it, man. But some trades that we make, they're purely just based off of intuition. Some trades, I literally can't even explain the reason of making it besides intuition. So in terms of that situation, I can try to explain, you know, how I get the intuition. But like I said, man, I'm gonna be teaching you exactly how it is that we're doing this. And then some trades, they're purely just based off of intuition, heart of cards. So for those of you who are serious about winning, who are serious about trying our real-time options trade alert system, who are serious about getting involved with our secure private organization, gaining access to our amazing community, it is the first link down below within the description. We have a 90% plus win rate. We're buying cheap, far, out of the money option contracts, sometimes 3 to 5 legs out, strikes out, 3 to 5 strikes out, and we sell them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains with the highest win rate in the game doing this. We do not use stop losses. We put our max risk into our particular trades. If they expire worthless, we lose our max risk just as any other trader, but we don't use stop losses. Everyone else uses stop losses. Most traders who use stop losses, they don't hold. We hold our fucking trades for long periods of fucking time, and we win, and we sell our contracts in the fucking money. I bought those SPX fucking calls 7 points out of the money. They closed 8 points in the fucking money. That's a 15-point move from where I got in. They went from 30 cents. I had the exact close. They closed at 780 a contract. We do the complete opposite of what everyone else does. This is how we're able to win, man. Remove the stop loss, sell in the fucking money. You have the whole entire day for the contracts to go in the money. You can hold for a very long period of time. The market is on fire. It's having the most volatile moves to go in the money. This is the best time possible to get in on this. You want to start making some fucking money. You want to start going green every single fucking day. You want to start printing at the speed of fucking light. Our secure private organization is the first link down below within the description. It is non-stop winning over here. Losing is a personal choice over here, man. Every single fucking day, I'm trading in the morning in terms of following the trade inside of Team Roar. It's going green every single fucking day. The morning trades are green. You can call within the first 30 minutes on these trades that are going up 100%, 200%, 300% plus. And then if you want to, you can come back during the best trading session during Power Hour, and you can risk 30%, 50% of your fucking gains to make 2 to 5 times more during the Power Hour trading session. If you would like to do that, you do not have to do that, or you can just choose to wait during Power Hour, man. I'm telling you, Power Hour has the lowest risk and the biggest percentage gains, but market open is a very volatile time to be trading at. I'm telling you, the fucking win rate is fucking crazy in the morning. It's above 95% in the morning. It's fucking insane what's happening, man. It's the first link down below within the description if you want to start making money with us.